A corporation operates workloads distributed across various VPCs in different AWS regions. These workloads must be accessible via a specific internal domain suffix, aws.example.com. How should the network engineer architect the DNS configuration to achieve this domain resolution requirement?
The options are as follows. Option A. Provision a unique Route 53 private hosted zone for aws.example.com in every specific region containing resources, associating each zone only with local VPCs and manually adding resource records per region. Option B. Establish a single Route 53 private hosted zone for aws.example.com and configure it to enable DNS zone transfers to all relevant VPCs.
Option C. Set up a single Route 53 private hosted zone for example.com, define a resource record for aws.example.com using a multi-value routing policy, and map all VPC resources to that single record. Option D. Set up one Route 53 private hosted zone for aws.example.com and associate this single zone with all VPCs containing resources, populating the zone with the necessary DNS records. The core of this question is about managing internal DNS naming across a multi-region, multi-VPC architecture. When your infrastructure is spread out, you need a way to ensure that resources can resolve internal domain names consistently, regardless of where they are physically located. The challenge here is finding the most efficient way to share that namespace without creating unnecessary administrative overhead or using protocols that are incompatible with managed DNS services. I believe the correct answer is option D, setting up one Route 53 private hosted zone for aws.example.com and associating it with all VPCs that contain your resources is the recommended approach. This method creates a unified namespace that allows resources in different regions to communicate and resolve names seamlessly.
Now, let us look at why the other options are not ideal. Option A is inefficient because it forces you to manage multiple disjointed zones, which increases complexity and the risk of configuration errors. Option B is incorrect because, quite simply, Route 53 private hosted zones do not support the traditional DNS zone transfer process, often found in legacy on-premises environments. Finally, option C is suboptimal. It uses an incorrect naming structure and relies on a multi-value routing policy, which is typically designed for basic load balancing rather than managing an organization-wide namespace. As an exam tip, always remember that Route 53 private hosted zones are specifically designed to be associated with multiple VPCs, even those in different regions, to simplify your internal network architecture.